So the big thing with wines from Eastern Europe for me, they went through a lot of hard stuff after World War II. There was collectivized agriculture, so basically everybody making wine in these regions had to sell their grapes and sell their finished wine to the government, and then they blended all that together and then distributed it to all the people. So a lot of the individual winemaking cultures were actually lost in all these individual towns. It hasn't been until maybe the last 10, 20 years that you're starting to see small producers come from these regions. So there was no real reason for them to export. They were trying to just make wine for local consumption, versus now they're trying to be seen on the world market again the way that they were, 100 years ago. One of the producers that we're working with a lot is Franz Wenninger. He's located in Burgenland in Austria. It's about a little over an hour drive away from Vienna. The Vom Kalk is made from Merlot and Cabernet Sauvignon. A little bit fuller in body, quite rich, quite bold, quite powerful. Kind of similar to what you'd expect off of the right bank of Bordeaux. So if you're a fan of sort of old school Bordeaux, this is a really good option for you. It doesn't have any new oak, so it doesn't have a lot of those vanillin characteristics, but it has a lot of richness, a lot of depth, sort of those maybe a little bit cedary, kind of graphite-like notes that you'd expect off of old school right bank Bordeaux. The other producer that we're talking about a lot is Meinklang. Meinklang also located in the region called Burgenland, so same area as these guys, just a little bit closer to Vienna and on the other side of the lake. This is their Blauburgunder. Blauburgunder is the Austrian word for Pinot Noir. It basically means blue grape from Burgundy. Flavor profile-wise, classic Pinot, really bright, fresh red fruit, a little bit floral, has a little bit of a spice note to it. But it's ultimately extremely drinkable. Only 12% alcohol, lower in tannin, a little bit brighter and fresher, so you can definitely serve this chilled if that's kind of the way that you like to go. This is made from a handful of grape varieties that nobody's ever heard of before. It's made from Eufark, Ferment, and Harschlevelu. There's a reason why they don't put it on the bottle. I think North Americans would be terrified of trying to pronounce those words. So they've decided to just call it Foam Schomlo, which is a little easier to pronounce. Foaming wine. It's kind of genius. Because this is made in that really old school method, you'll notice it's like super cloudy. Nothing to be afraid of in a cloudy wine. I definitely grew up in the generation that thought that apple juice was supposed to be clear until I had actual fresh crushed apple juice. And I was like, man, this tastes so much better, and it's cloudy and it's totally fine.